Hey everybody, this is Miss Florida Hot Picks here giving you an update for Pick 3 North Carolina. I want to share with you the 317 rundown. You guys have been getting quite a few doubles, and I want to share with you backtracking and how you may want to look for some key digit numbers that may help you identify when those doubles may hit. Okay, so let's start back. I'm going to backtrack a few days. We're going to start back at September 2nd, day game. North Carolina had a hit of 602, and as you notice, again, we're using that 317 rundown. Feel free to use your own favorite rundowns. Okay, compare and see if you see similar patterns. Okay, so with this, what we're going to do in order to fill the grid out, you're going to add each number down the columns. So the first column, we're going to add 3 all the way down, okay? So 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. When you get to your 2-digit numbers, only use your ones, place your 2, okay? 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. Use that 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. Use that 0. 0 plus 3 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. Okay? So you know that you did it right. The number you start with will be the number you end with. And then you would add 1 all the way down the second column, 7 all the way down the third column. Okay? So once you have everything together, there's a few numbers that I want you to pay attention to. And let's talk about some key digit numbers. Okay? Key digit numbers are numbers like 0 and its mirror 5. 2 and its mirror 7. Okay, which brings me back to another thing. Let's talk about mirrors really quickly while we're on the subject. When we're saying mirrors, you see the 0 5, they're actually the same number. They're just opposite of each other. It's the same as the 2 and the 7. So the additional mirror numbers, in case you need them, okay, 0 could be a 5 or 5 could be a 0. 1 could be a 6, 6 could be a 1. 2 could be a 7, 7 could be a 2. 3 could be a 8, 8 could be a 3. 4 can be a 9, and a 9 could be a 4. Okay, so those are the mirror numbers. Okay, and these are our key digits. Okay, the reason why I want you to make sure you know the difference between them, because sometimes, you know, we may see that there's some hot doubles that can approach or be coming up using those key digits. And sometimes the mirrors are used as well. That's why I want to share and break that down first, okay? All right, so let's look at our grid here, okay? I want you to pay attention to see if you see any 0s or 5s, maybe even 2s and 7s if they have a double in front of them, for instance. Now, on this grid, you're going to see a 0. That's a key digit. Okay, key digit right there. You see a 0, and it's in front of a hot double 8, 8. Now, it's mirror 5. Pay attention to that. That 3, 3 could also be hot. Anytime you guys in North Carolina and you're using a rundown, make sure you're backtracking, because they could be telling you what doubles are about to approach. Sometimes they come right away. Sometimes it takes a couple of days. That's the warning, okay? I know some people want it hot, fast, quick, and in a hurry, but sometimes it takes a couple days. Okay, so watch this. You see the 8, 8 again, all right? 8, 8, 5. Pay attention to this number, 8, 8, 5. It didn't come September 3rd. It came September 4th, day game, as 8, 8, 5. Okay, 8, 8, 5. Now the thing would be, how do we know what numbers to use around it? I'm going to give you a clue that I've been looking at and I've been trying to pay close attention to. Whenever you're trying to, and one thing would be just to put all the numbers that you see around it. But if you're also wanting to use like your 3, 3 here, that can get costly, you know, depending on what's your budget. I notice whatever the number is, the key digit, sometimes it'll be either that digit or its mirror. That's one way to look at it. So you see the 088, its mirror 00, 05, its mirror 5. So 885 could have been something, and that's based off that key digit. So pay attention, because that number could go up or down 1. And I'll show you because it did it a couple days later. But yeah, that 885 hit the day game. It took a couple days, but it did hit. Notice on September 2nd, there's a 629, okay? You notice now, look at this. This was a false trip here, okay? So pay attention to, again, doubles. You notice this 5-5 pair is hot. Why? Because there's a 0 right in front of it. They don't always have to be the left side, guys. They could be the right side. If you notice here, there's a 0-0 pair and there's a 5 there. It's mirror, okay? So again, I want you to pay attention. This one, because it's a false trip, it may not be as clear as to what the third number or third digit could be. You could, again, just use all of the numbers surrounding it. You know, like that 553, 554, 552, 558. 556, okay? But if you wanted to use the zeros and do that as well, depending on what your budget is, you can do that. Totally up to you. But again, remember that 5, and I put this wrong. I put 885. That's incorrect. I apologize, guys. Sorry. But the 558 actually hit. That was a very strange one. But it did hit. It actually hit September 4th evening. I actually repeated. I do apologize. It was the 585. We have 558 here. And again, that did take a couple of days. Okay. And again, your option for the third numbers could be just what's surrounding it. Sometimes it happens perfectly like that. And sometimes you got to know when to mirror. And that's why I want to bring you to the last one. But let me go to September 3rd, okay? We're going to look at the 131 hit. You guys, there was this time, remember, your key digits aren't always going to be 0s and 5s. If you notice 7s and 2s in front or in back of a double, you better pay attention. So right here, right away, I've alerted myself 5-5, possibly even that 0-0, okay? Now, again, the 5-5, notice the 5-5, this repeated. So anytime you see something repeating, this was telling you this was moving, this was coming. Pay attention to me, okay? Sometimes they may repeat themselves. They don't always do that, but sometimes they do. All right, so that 5-5 pair was definitely hot. That 0-0 pair was definitely a hot pair. And again, you can use the number surrounding it. You know, again, the 5-5-8, 5-5-4, 5-5-2, 5-5-0, 5-5-6, for instance. And again, that 5-8-5 hit September 4th evening. Nice. Okay. So I want to bring your attention to something that you have to be aware of. And this may help you decide on how to eliminate all of the numbers. Okay. And I want to share with you why you may want to do that. Okay. So September 5th, we're going to look at the day game 799. Okay. You notice right away, look at this. That key digit 7, key digit 2. So what are my hot doubles? 9944. Okay. So again, you could do all of these, for instance, 447, 443, 449, 445, 441, right? You may do all of those numbers, went to the store and said, oh no, I was one off. There was a 443 here, but I didn't see a 448. Now I want you to pay attention to what I'm about to tell you, okay? Because they were right. The double, it was spot on, and it actually came the evening, but it came as 844. We had 443. This is why I need you to know what your mirrors are, okay? Now there's a couple ways that you may want to pay attention to this, okay? I noticed a couple draws back, September 3rd, your night game, there was a 448 going straight across. And I noticed that it was connected to a false triple. So this was alerting me that that 443, you may want to also do a 448. Why? Because it sat across and it was connected to a false trip. That's one way to look at it. The other thing to look at is the key digit itself. You may want to either go up, subtract, or go up a number or down a number. So look at the number 2, right? The number 2, that's the key digit. The digit up would be what? 3. The digit down would be 1, right? So let's say you pay really close attention to 1 digit up, 1 digit down. So again, maybe 441, 443. Okay, this is where you need to know how to mirror. I'm just going to share with you how to do this, how you have to look at this stuff. Excuse me. I want you guys to look at that. So again, I circled the 3, the 1. I used 441, 443, which we already had. Okay, but I'm just writing them out again. Okay, so the other thing would be to mirror, right? So 441 could also be what? 446. 443 could be 448. These might have been the main 4 to look at, okay? And the reason why I'm saying that, so you either want to use the number that they have, 442, 447, right? Or you may want to go up a digit, 3, which can also be mirrored to an 8. Or you may want to go down a digit, 1, which can be mirrored to a 6. So again, that's another popular way to look at it. And if you notice, if you backtrack, you may find that the double, the number you're looking for, played across a few other days. It doesn't always happen like that, but it could. Like this 885, right? It actually played like that if you know mirrors. All you had to do was give them both options and you would have had that, okay? So make sure that you're paying close attention. The key digit, right? 7. What's 1 digit up? 8. Okay. So maybe 8, 553, 558. Okay. Maybe you wanted to go a digit down. Okay. I noticed they're going 1 digit up, but that could be totally up to you. So it's those little things and tricks that we have to pay close attention to, because I like using the numbers around, true, but sometimes the mirror. How many of you guys have said, Miss Florida, I was out one? This is why. Because the mirroring is so real. Okay, it's so real. Anyways, I hope this helps North Carolina, because you guys have been getting a lot of doubles. So again, you don't have to just use the 317. Feel free to, plug in your own rundown and pay close attention, because like I said, you guys, doubles, when you guys see key digits in front or back of them, they could be coming right around the corner for you. Okay, so hope that helps. Good luck. Let me know how you're doing in the comments, and we'll see you guys in the next video.